Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, I've already pulled out some things that I want to scrapbook with. Today is day 29 of 30 Days of Sketches, volume 15. Here is the sketch right here, as you can see. It does call for 5 photos. I am only going to be using 2. It is by 5 O'Clock Crafts, otherwise known as Shayla. So I have some stuff. I still got my kit. So let's see what I can do. Guys, so I am starting out with some pink paper and also this wood grain. And I've used this the past couple of pages because I'm kind of in love with it. I'm not going to lie. Now, this might be the prettiest jail photo you've ever seen in your life. I definitely love it. I think it is pretty, and I am super happy with me. I said I'm super happy with me. Okay, way to toot your own horn, Sandy. I am super happy with the layout. Anyway, so I am distressing some of the edges. I don't distress everything on here, just some things. And I am going to move things around a little bit. I referenced the sketch a couple of times because I like the balance of the sketch. I do change what happens on my page a little bit, but I do still try to balance it out. So I liked this 6x8 paper, and I went ahead and made it into things that would come out from that wood grain paper. So I am actually going to trim down my photos a little bit. The first photo I trimmed down to a 4x4 because it is an up close look at one of the locks on the cells in Alcatraz. And this one, that one up there, and then this bottom one actually gets trimmed because the paper that I'm using to mat it with was just ever so slightly smaller than the 4x6 photo. So I went ahead and trimmed that down just so it fit the paper. Now, if this photo was fabulous of something spectacular, is that the one I was going for? I was thinking of tremendous, and spectacular was coming out of my mouth, and the words and just were not forming correctly as they were coming out of my mouth. Sometimes I don't know if my mouth runs faster than my brain or my brain runs faster than my mouth. Like, I can have thoughts tumble over top of each other before I can get them out. But sometimes my mouth runs before my brain actually engages. So there's a little bit of mixture, I think, in there. So anyway, that is where I trimmed that photo down. Not a whole heck of a lot of trimming, just a little bit of the extra bits. Now I'm getting into the decorative parts. And I love this part of scrapbooking. I love this type of scrapbooking. I love this way of scrapbooking. Just messing around with all the little bits and pieces and making them work together and treating it like a puzzle and covering up the things that need to be covered up and highlighting the things that need to be highlighted and getting things to line up in the nooks and crannies of each other and nestling inside of each other. That is so much fun for me. Now, there are some days where I don't want to do that at all. I want to use big slaps of paper, big embellishments, and I don't want to futz around, right? Like, I just don't want to. But this, you know, we had a great day. We went on a long drive. We took the top off of Christopher's Jeep, and we took both sections off of the top, and it was a glorious day. Got to ride. We went to the farmer's market today for the first time. We went out and drove far away. We just had a great time today, right? And you know, I'm just loving life today, and playing around with these little bits and pieces just was the cherry on top. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's just good stuff. So I do bring in other flowers that are not in the Never Ending kit. Because let's be real, I didn't have enough. I didn't have a large enough variety, and I really needed more. So I am going to get more. I am going to use a mix of these Prima flowers. Actually, I don't know if the flowers I'm messing with right now are actually Prima, or branded as Prima, I should say, because they could have come from Hobby Lobby. They probably did come from Hobby Lobby. But Prima flowers have been branded as Hobby Lobby's house brand. So whoever makes those flowers and are branding them as their brand, they're the same exact ones. And there's a video on this channel somewhere where it shows it's the same exact flowers. So there is that. Now these die cuts, this wreath floral die cut and those florals that don't actually make it on the page, those die cuts are from Hobby Lobby as well. And I am going to just use one of these. I thought I had pulled out two, but I don't see the other one. And I don't find it the entire time I'm scrapbooking this layout, so maybe I didn't pull out two. And I didn't look at my screen at the beginning of the video while I was doing the voiceover to see if I actually had two on my pile. So anyway, we don't know these things. So I cut that wreath part in half. I've also got these leaf die cuts that I trimmed some of that white space out of. And now I'm going to be leveling up the flowers. And I've called this leveling up the flowers a couple times now, and it's weird that it comes out of my mouth. Remember, brain, mouth all the time aren't in sync? It's weird that it comes out of my mouth because I guess I never really thought of this as leveling up the flowers, but for some reason, that's what comes out when I'm talking about it. I have these white paper flowers that I got from the wedding section at Hobby Lobby a while ago that I rip in half, and then I can use two. One is a thicker, like a wider flower, and one is a skinnier flower. And usually I put a large brad in the center, sometimes a button, sometimes a flare. And for some reason, when I am talking about doing that, it comes out of my mouth as leveling up. So maybe I am leveling up my flowers here, who knows? But I am going to use my Nouveau Deluxe to make sure that they stick together. And I'm even using a butterfly on this page, you guys. The brad that I have for this one up top here actually has a butterfly on it. And for some reason, while I was scrapbooking this page, I've got my Spotify list playing, right? Because that's a perk of working where I do. We get Spotify Premium for free. So I have that playing in the background, and I'm singing along to the music that is actually playing, but in my head, there's also butterflies are free to fly, fly away, aha, going through my head. And I just felt like, you know, jail, freedom, butterflies, free, fly away, you're free to fly. It worked. All that was going on in my head, and it worked. So I'm gonna pop that sucker down there on this layout. I guess I was very much in my head during this layout. And that's a little weird place to be sometimes. But you know, if I keep putting out layouts like this when I'm so much in my head, I'm okay with it. Because it's soft and it's pretty and it's beautiful, and it's soft and pretty and beautiful, and it is a jail layout about Alcatraz. And when I started my Alcatraz photos way back when, you know, I thought, you know, I was being funny. Like, I was, pretty romantical layouts for jail. But I really like doing it like this. Like, for some reason, it really just makes the photo pop for me. It makes the page pop for me. The Alcatraz old, like, decrepit photos and the pretty stuff together works for me, right? Like, it hits one of those creative buttons in my soul, makes me happy. It also just, the combination just makes me happy. I've also got a handful of photos that I want to blow up into 12 by 12 photos that I need to do. And I need to make that happen because I want to just slip a couple 12 by 12 photos into the Alcatraz albums, I should say, albums, plural, because there will be more than one. But I do have a lot of photos that I need to order, and who knows when that's going to happen. It's gotta happen soon, but I need to order those photos, and when I order those photos, I plan on ordering the 12 by 12 photos for that. I just gotta figure out if I want to. What? I just got to figure out where I want to order the 12 by 12 photos from. That could be different than my regular photo order. But when I ordered 12 by 12 photos for Alex's Marines album, I think I just got them from Shutterfly, and they were great. So, but that's been a couple years. I don't know. I'll figure that out. But there are some really cool photos that I would love to have blown up to 12 by 12. Okay, so this down here, in the sketch, there are little banners hanging out from this side, and I decided that I was going to do little banners hanging out from this side as well. Now, I wasn't exactly sure if I was even going to do this portion of the sketch while I was creating the layout, which is why I put the banners where I did below the flowers. And I also will say that I was very cognizant of where the tickets were and where the flower petals landed on the tickets, because there were definitely things that I wanted uncovered so that you could see it and it could be part of the layout. Like on the ticket down at the bottom, it says admit 1, and it also says photographs, but I want it photo uncovered. And there's also something in that top ticket that I want it uncovered, and it's uncovered, and I can't remember what it is, and I cannot see what it says on this tiny little screen right now in front of me. Also not wearing my glasses. Also need to go get my eyes done. I need a new prescription so I can get new glasses. I've got a lot of stuff I need to do. Lord. So yeah, all the things. Anyway, I am getting ready to wrap up this layout now. I'm trying to find a title. I'm trying to look at words. I'm trying to bring some gold in here, because there's 3 little pops of gold with those banner stickers that I'm using. And then I've used the entire banner sheet up, so that got to go in the bin, which makes me feel real good. But I'm looking through the letter stickers. I'm looking through the stickers that I have that have words on them, and I'm just not entirely sure what I want to do. I do decide on these lovely something, because I looked at this Cocoa Vanilla sticker sheet. I took a second look at it, and the first word phrase is these lovely days, and I decided that I would have these lovely something. I didn't know if it was going to be bars or locks or cells or, you know, these lovely prison something, these lovely Alcatraz movements. I didn't know. It was going to be these lovely something. Wasn't exactly sure what. But this is not really a black. It's more like a dark gray. But I really didn't have that color anywhere else. So as you can see, I went ahead and added the little bits underneath of the flowers that have the pearls in the center of them, so that color would be throughout the layout as well, and the title wasn't just kind of like, well, bam, in your face so hard. And then I've got these clear gold outline letter stickers, and I spell out the word these. I get a hold of my white thickers that are in my kit here, and I use the $sign cut off the line part, and then I have an S that works. So it says these lovely locks, and that works because that's really what I was taking pictures of, is the locking mechanism on the prison cells. Alcatraz was an amazing place, you guys, and there were parts where you could not enter the cells, and then there were parts where you got to go into the cell. And I've already scrapbooked layouts where we're all actually in the cell, the 5 of us, and I have a selfie of it, and like that is already scrapbooked. There's already layouts on there, on this channel somewhere. But yeah, I think I need to put gold hearts by locks, and ultimately that does not happen. I do get some enamel dots on there, and then I'm going to sprinkle some gold splatter on there just to finish it off. And then there you have it, you guys. Might be my prettiest prison layout yet. So there it is. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me while I'm doing the things on the channel, and watching and subscribing and commenting and liking and all, and even disliking it, even the thumbs downs. Thank you for all of it. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys again real soon for another video.